Okay, the live stream is on and working. So hello to everyone that is joining to watch us. Good luck to the teams. And I will go off camera now and turn it over to Neha.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Emily, for setting up the live stream. Welcome everyone to the final round of International ChemE Jeopardy competition. This is our fourth international championship competition. We have two teams here, UFRJ Brazil and UTEC Peru. So congratulations to our two teams for making it to the final round. Good job. Okay, before we start, let's go over some of the rules of the competition. So we have an honesty policy. Of course, all teams agree to compete fairly and honestly in all aspects of the Jeopardy game. You're not allowed any outside resources during the game, and you agree to abide by the AIChE Code of Ethics. We are using Zoom, and that will be recorded and reviewed by the subcommittee if needed. Okay, so here is the list of previous international champions. Two of the teams are here. So let's see who's our fourth champion. So good luck to both the teams. These were the draws. We are at the final round right now. So let's proceed. Skip that. All rounds double and single and double Jeopardy, and then a final Jeopardy. The awards will be sponsored by Omega Chi Epsilon and Merck. First place award is $400. Second place award $100. So all of you are winners here. Each round consists of 6 categories with 5 clues and questions. 5 of the 6 categories are engineering and science related with emphasis on chemical engineering. And 1 of the 6 categories is a non-science, non-engineering category. There is 1 daily double in the single Jeopardy round and there is only 1 daily double in the double Jeopardy round. And the final Jeopardy is always a chemical engineering related category. Points will be deducted for incorrect responses. Responses must be in the form of a question. Failure to do so will be treated as an incorrect response. Only the team member that buzzes in can respond to the clue, and wait till the host completes reading the clue prior to buzzing in. Okay, so please wait till I call on you, and please wait till I finish reading the question to buzz in. Buzzing in too early will be considered as an incorrect response and corresponding points will be deducted. The judge's decision is final. We are not perfect, so please bear with us. If I say a response is incorrect, then you'll have to abide by that. The team with the the team must have a positive score to advance to the final Jeopardy. So if you have negative scores, unfortunately, you cannot compete in the final Jeopardy. So the key timings here are 5 seconds to buzz in to answer, 5 seconds to provide a response, 10 seconds to provide a response to the daily double after the question has been read, and 30 seconds to respond to the final Jeopardy clue. And the response must be in the form of a question. Any questions so far? Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
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 Okay. Good luck to the two teams. Let's begin. Okay. The categories for the single Jeopardy round are water drag, energy balances, environmental, kinetics, chemistry, and world capitals. I'll start with my team on the left, UFRJ Brazil. Which one would you like?
We choose the category, right?
Yes.
So world capitals for 100, please.
World capitals for 100. With most of its population comprised of clergymen, this city-state is the smallest sovereign country. UFRJ Brazil?
What is the Vatican?
That is
Vatican.
correct. Brazil?
World capitals 200, please.
World capitals for 200. This capital is the highest administrative capital in the world as measured relative to the sea level. Okay, time's up. And the answer is, what is La Paz, Bolivia? Brazil, you still have control of the board.
Let's keep with world capitals for 300, please.
Okay. Also titled the City of Jasmine, this is considered to be the oldest capital city. Okay, time's up. What is Damascus, Syria? UFRJ.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. World capitals for.
Continue. Okay, for 400. This capital city is the largest capital in the world by area and also gave its name to the famous type of wool. Okay, time's up. What is Ankara, Turkey? Still want to continue with the same category?
Yes, you can close the world capitals, please.
Okay. The capital of the country that houses the famous natural wonder Victoria Falls on the Zambezi River. Okay, time's up. So the potential answers here are, what is Lusaka, Zambia, or Harare, Zimbabwe? Okay, UFRJ, you still have control of the board.
Let's go with chemistry for 100, please.
Chemistry for 100. This quantity, number or value, is the ratio of the mass of proton to electron. Okay, time's up. What is 1836 or approximately 6 pi raised to 5? Brazil?
Let's go with chemistry for 200.
This principle states that electrons fill lower energy atomic orbitals before filling higher energy ones. UFRJ?
What is the off-bow principle?
That is correct. Okay, what is yours?
Chemistry for 300, please.
These are atoms with the same number of neutrons but different number of protons. You buzzed in a little bit too early. Please refrain from buzzing in earlier, but we'll give you that this time. Go ahead. UTech?
What are isotons?
That is correct. UTEC,
Thanks for that. Chemistry for 400.
represented by the Greek letter mu, this is the measure of the overall polarity of a molecule. UTEC,
What is the dipolar moment?
that is correct. UTEC,
Okay, let's finish with chemistry.
chemistry for 500. An element that has the most number of stable isotopes. Okay, just in time. UTEC,
What is hydrogen?
sorry, can you repeat that? There was an echo. Peru,
What is hydrogen?
did you say hydrogen? That is incorrect. Okay. Brazil didn't buzz. So this what is tin. Peru,
Energy balances for 100.
energy balance is for 100. This is the enthalpy change or the amount of heat required for temperature change without a change in phase. Time's up. Oops. Okay. UFRJ just in time. Maybe.
What is the latent heat of fusion?
That is incorrect. Okay. Time's up. The answer is what is sensible heat? Okay, Brazil.
I'm sorry, I thought UTEC was up now.
Oh, sorry.
Since they got this question right.
Oh, sorry. My mistake. UTEC.
Okay, let's continue with energy balances for 200.
My bad, sorry. These functions or variables depend on the path taken to reach a particular state. Okay, time's up. So the answer is what are process functions or path functions? Okay.
Let's continue with energy balances for 300.
300. This corresponds to the negative value of heat of combustion when one of the combustion products, water, is a liquid. Time's up. The answer is what is the higher heating value? UTEC?
Let's go with energy balances for 400.
Energy balances for 400. The volume occupied by humid air per unit mass is referred to as the. Okay, time's up. The answer is what is the humid volume? Okay. One second.
Let's finish with energy balances.
1 second. Energy balances A diagram that provides a convenient way for calculations involving heat balances with concentration changes for a binary system. Time's up. Okay, the answer is what is an enthalpy concentration diagram? Yeah, seems obvious after, right? You take?
Okay, let's go with environmental for 100.
Environmental for 100. The effect when sunlight cannot escape the Earth's atmosphere and is blocked by some gases. Time's up. Ooh, you might. What is the greenhouse effect? You take?
Let's go with water drag for 100.
Water drag for 100. This kind of drag force on the solid is the force exerted by the fluid in the direction of. Okay, time's up. Okay, the answer is what is skin drag or wall drag? Okay. Board is still yours.
Let's go with kinetics for 100.
Kinetics for 100. For a reaction of this order, the integral method to determine the reaction order is of the following form. You take?
What is the first order?
That is incorrect. Okay, UFRJ didn't buzz. The correct answer is what is second order. Okay. You take?
Let's go with kinetics for 200.
The Van 't Hoff equation allows one the new equilibrium constant at a new temperature and uses this parameter and the temperature range. Okay, time's up. Any guesses? No penalty? No? The answer is what is the heat of reaction? Okay, you take.
Let's go with environmental for 200.
Environmental for 200. This membrane process is used for drinking water production from seawater. Peru?
What is osmosis?
Can
Inverse.
you be more specific?
What is inverse osmosis?
Okay, I'll give you that. The answer is what is reverse osmosis? You take?
Let's go with environmental for 300.
Environmental for 300. This secondary air pollutant is a gas formed from of VOCs, NOx, and sunlight. No? Time's up. The answer is what is ozone? You take?
Let's go with kinetics for 300.
Kinetics for 300. Okay, you take. It's a daily double question. So, okay. Sorry, I don't know why it says kinetics for 600. It's kinetics for 300. So you can wager up to 500 points or your like, yeah.
We are going to wage 100.
Okay. 100, 400 points kinetics. The type of reactors used for increasing conversion for thermodynamically limited reactions and also for improving selectivity when multiple reactions are occurring. You have 10 seconds. Okay. Sorry, time's up. Okay. The answer is water membrane reactors. You take? Still have the board.
Okay, let's go with water drag for 200.
Water drag for 200. This is the design change for objects in flow to minimize the form drag and provide less resistance to the flow of fluid. Okay, time's up. The answer is what is streamlining? Okay. Tech.
Let's go with environmental for 400.
Environmental for 400. Commonly used in wastewater treatment plants, this is the measure of the dissolved oxygen required by aerobic microorganisms to decompose organic matter. UFRJ?
What is biochemistry demand of oxygen? Or
I'll give you that. It's what is biological oxygen demand? UFRJ? Finally gaining back control of the board.
let's go with environmental for 500, please.
Environmental for 500. These emerging contaminants are also known as forever chemicals. Time's up. Okay, the answer is what are PFAS or per and polyfluoroalkyl substances? UFRJ?
Let's go with water drag for 300.
Water drag for 300. This is the missing quantity X in the definition of the drag coefficient CD shown below. Okay, time's up. Any guesses? No? Okay, what is velocity squared? Okay, UFRJ?
Let's go kinetics for 400.
Kinetics for 400. For the case of diffusion from the bulk to the catalyst surface, the mass transfer coefficient is proportional to the diffusion coefficient and this quantity. Okay, time's up. What is the boundary layer thickness delta? Okay, UFRJ?
Let's go with water drag for 500.
Water drag for 500. For Stokes flow, the drag coefficient is related to the Reynolds number as per the following relation. Okay, time's up. No guesses? Any guesses? What is 24 over RE? Okay, UFRJ,
Let's go. What a drag for 400.
what a drag for it. The more general drag coefficient relation relies on this fundamental geometric parameter for non-uniform. Okay, time's up. The answer is, what is the projected area? Okay, I guess there is no other choice but to finish off the last question for this round, which is kinetics for 500. The Nobel Prize in Chemistry was awarded to a person for their work on heterogeneous catalytic reactions. Okay, time's up. The answer is, who is Gerard Ertl? Okay, moving on to double factor. Before, at the end of single Jeopardy, the scores are UFRJ Brazil at 600 and UTech Peru at 200. I should have asked before that if you want to take a pause. But let's continue. The categories for the double Jeopardy round are fluids, thermodynamics, safety, mechanics, mathematics, and phobias. Okay, we'll start with the lower scoring team, UTech.
Let's go with thermodynamics for 200.
Thermodynamics for. In a dash process, the system and the surroundings cannot be returned to the original state without the net addition of heat or work. UTech Peru?
What is irreversible?
That is correct. What is an irreversible process? Okay. Peru?
Let's go with fluids for 200.
Fluids for 200. Reduction in the diameter of a pipe causes this change in the velocity at constant mass flow rate. UTech?
What is increase?
That is correct. What is increase in velocity? Okay, sounds good. UTech, you still have control of the board, and we are.
Let's go with thermodynamics for 400.
Thermodynamics for 400. Defined as the ratio of the heat output from the condenser QC compared to the power supplied to the compressor WS, this metric is used to evaluate the efficiency of a refrigeration cycle. UTech?
What is COP?
Can you expand? It's okay, I'll give it to you.
Sorry.
What is the coefficient of performance? Okay, UTech.
Let's go with fluids for 400.
Fluids for 400. The dimensions of dynamic viscosity mu in terms of fundamental dimensions M, L, and T are. Time's up. What is M over LT? It's fine, it's fine. Okay, UTech.
Okay, let's go with phobias for 200.
Phobias for 200, okay. Lepidopterophobia is an abnormal fear of this. Okay, time's up. What is butterflies or moth? UTech?
Let's go with mathematics for 200.
Okay, testing out waters. This theorem enables us to find the long-term behavior t tending to infinity of the dependent variable in the Laplace domain. Time's up. Any guesses? Oh, okay. The answer is, what is the final value theorem? You take?
Let's go with mechanics for 200.
Mechanics for 200. This is the name of the origin about which a lever rotates to generate a torque. Time's up. The answer is, what is a fulcrum? Okay. You take?
Let's go with thermodynamics for 600.
Okay, thermodynamics for 600. The differential expression shown below is known as this familiar term. Time's up. What is coefficient of thermal expansion? Okay, you take.
Okay, let's go with fluids for 600.
Fluids for 600. Nobody wants to touch safety, I guess. The velocity components defined in the terms of stream function have to satisfy this condition, resulting from the incompressibility of the flow. Okay, time's up. The answer is, what is zero divergence? Okay, you take.
Let's go with thermodynamics for 800.
Thermo for 800. Okay, daily double. So you can wager up to 1,000 points or your team score.
We are waging only 50 points.
Oh, it should be multiples of 100. Sorry, please.
Okay, so 100.
100 points. Thank you. In a Rankine cycle, this is the missing step X in the following sequence: boiler, turbine, X, pump.
What is diffuser?
Sorry,
What is diffuser?
diffusion? Did you say diffusion?
Diffusor.
No, that isn't correct. The answer is, what is condenser? Okay, you take.
Let's finish with thermodynamics.
Thermodynamics for 1,000. The fundamental property relationships for molar internal energy du and molar enthalpy dH have this term that is common to both. UFRJ?
What is TDS?
That is correct. Good job. UFRJ.
Let's go with safety for 200, please.
Safety for 200. These are the three sides of the fire triangle. UFRJ.
What are fuel, oxidizer, and ignition source?
That is correct. Okay. Maintain control of the board, UFRJ.
Let's go phobias for 400, please.
Phobias for 400. One of the longest words in the dictionary, hippopotamonstrous Pedophiliophobia, sorry, ironically is the name of the fear for this. Brazil,
What is the fear for long words?
that is correct. Good job. UFRJ, Brazil.
Let's keep up with phobias for 600, please.
Phobias for 600. This phobia is a fear of phobias or fear characterized by anxiety symptoms. Time's up. Okay, the answer is what is phobophobia? Okay, fear of fear.
Okay, let's keep with phobias for 800, please.
Phobias for 800. Halloween is a popular tradition. However, a fear of Halloween is called this. Okay, UFRJ, just in time.
What is Samhainophobia? I guess that's the pronunciation.
That is correct. That is correct. Good job. UFRJ, Brazil.
Let's close the phobias category, please.
Phobias for 1000. Vegetables are not a popular food, especially with kids, but an irrational fear of vegetables is called this. Time's up. Oops, just in time. So I'll give it to you, UTech.
What is laganophobia?
That is correct. Good job. UTech, getting
Okay,
back
let's
control
go
of
with-
the board.
Let's go with safety for 400.
Safety for 400. The full form of the acronym IDLH, whose value describes dangerous exposure to airborne contaminants. Time's up. Okay, the answer is what is immediately dangerous to life and health? UTech?
What is fluid? Let's go with fluids for 800.
Fluids for 800. For proper operation of the pump without cavitation, this is the relationship between the two net positive suction heads. Time's up. No guesses? Okay, the answer is what is NPSHH greater than or equal to NPSHR? UTech?
Let's go with mechanics for 400.
Mechanics for 400. A theorem that allows us to determine the moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis from the body's moment of inertia about a parallel axis through the object's center of gravity and the perpendicular distance between them. Time's up. What is the parallel axis theorem? Okay. UTech.
Okay, let's go with mathematics for 400.
Mathematics for 400. At this point, a function or surface behaves in an unusual fashion, for instance, not being analytic or diverging. Time's up. What is singularity? UTech.
Let's go with safety for 600.
Safety for 600. This is the pressure difference between the relief set pressure and the relief reseating pressure expressed as percentage of the set pressure. No? Okay, time's up. What is the blowdown? Your tech?
Let's go with mathematics for 600.
Mathematics for 600. A Taylor series expression written as an infinite sum in terms of the function's derivatives evaluated or centered at the point 0. UFRJ Brazil?
What is the Maclaurin series?
One person answer, please. That is correct. UFRJ?
Math for 800, please.
Math for 800. This is the determinant computed to show the linear independence of a set of solutions to linear differential equations. Time's up. What is the Wronskian? Okay, QFRG.
Let's go math for 1000, please.
Math for 1000. A popular second order ordinary differential equation of the form shown below has a series solution in terms of the namesake polynomial. Okay, time's up. What is the Legendre differential equation? Okay, UFRJ is still maintaining control of the board.
Let's close fluids for 1000, please.
Fluids for 1000. For an inviscid flow, these stresses are 0. Time's up. What are shear stresses? Okay.
Let's go safety for 800, please.
Safety for 800. In the Flixborough accident, this unreacted chemical volatilized upon rupture of the bypass line, causing a vapor cloud explosion. Okay, time's up. What is cyclohexane?
Let's close safety, please. 1000.
Closing safety for 1000. Of the various types of electrostatic discharge, this has the lowest electrostatic discharge energy. Time's up. What is corona? Okay. UFRJ?
Let's go with mechanics 600, please.
Mechanics for 600. These types of forces act along the same line, or in other words, have a common line of action. Time's up. What are collinear forces? UFRJ?
800, please.
800. Mechanics. For an object on an inclined plane, is the component of the weight of the object along the ramp. Okay, time's up. Any guesses? Okay, it's mg sine theta. This is mg sine. Okay, closing out mechanics. Last question for the double jeopardy round. The radial distance to a point which would have the same moment of inertia as the body's mass if the mass of the body was concentrated at that point? Time's up. The answer is, what is rate gyration? Okay. That completes our double jeopardy round. At the end of double jeopardy, the scores are UTech Peru at 1900 points and UFRJ Brazil at 3600. So moving on to the final jeopardy round, please text me your wagers for your respective teams. Make sure you text it individually to me and not for everyone. Since all teams have a positive score, you can bet anything from 0 till your team score. The category for the final round, final factile or final jeopardy is fluids. Okay, actually you can enter it there. Sorry. But text me separately as well.
Neha, I have a question. We also need to put the wager on the factile?
Yeah,
or
please
just
put the
send it?
wager on the factile,
Okay.
but send it to me just in case. Okay. Okay, both teams have wagered. This dimensionless number is defined as the ratio of the inertial forces to the surface tension forces and is used when there is an interface between the two fluids.
Neha, we need to send you privately the answer too, or just the wager?
No, if you answered in there is fine. Okay, we have the answer from both teams. So starting with UTech, let's see. UTech Peru says what is Weber or Weber number? That is, we'll come to that. Brazil says what is Weber number? Both the answers, of course, are the same and are correct. So the winner is Team UFRJ Brazil. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you all for
job.
the competition. Thanks the organization. You guys rocked.
And congratulations and thanks for UTech for an amazing game. It was always a pleasure playing you
Thanks.
guys.
Yes.
It was a pleasure.
To all of them.
It's a
Thank
great
you for
match.
the
Thanks.
Good job, everyone.